I think financial literacy is important because there's no cash. We're in a cashless society. So they're just not learning that it's real money. So I think it's important that they see money actually come in and go out to really get their head around what it's all about.
So I applied for the Money Smart grant for principals because it allows schools such as ours that are very small with a fairly limited budget to be more creative with how we teach financial literacy to our students. The students had to develop a product that would be sold at the local monthly market. They had to research the individual products required. They were given an interest-free loan of $30 as their budget, and they had to stick with that budget. They had to provide their own list of the equipment that needed to be purchased. And if they didn't put things on the list, it didn't get purchased, so they then had to improvise. And then once they did their first market, they had to pay the full $30 back if they were able to, if they'd made a profit, which all of them except for one group achieved that. But we realised pretty quickly the students had very little understanding of money, so we actually had to go right back to the basics. They didn't even know how to count. I literally threw in all the play money we had and said, go for it, count it. The students that did have an idea, they were actually pretty good at telling the students, why don't you put it in piles? Why don't you start with the biggest note? So a lot of the cross-teaching worked really well in this particular project. As a result of this project, they're all very confident at counting money.
I think that thing of learning to earn your own money, not just handouts for pocket money or anything like that, but to actually do something which takes an effort and then get money for it and realise the value of that money. I think that whole process it's a reality of our life. The sooner you learn that, the better.
It's a really great way to engage with the students and the community, and we live in a great community where there's a lot of collaboration, but I think it's such an important area to tap into and to work with community members and local markets to bring the learning into the real world.
Most difficult thing was at the end when we had to do our profit and loss and working out all the time. It was a lot of math to do.
Best thing I've learned is how much to pay and then how much to give back to the customers.
This project has been such a great opportunity for our school. Not only has it allowed us to develop some of our infrastructure with some of the grant, but it's also just given the kids so much confidence. And I think many of them will continue to go to the market, sell their products, even without me there as the teacher. And for them to have the confidence to actually go out into the community and do that on their own, that's really quite incredible.